Hi guys, back again with me Austin from About Hut. Today I'm going to share with you something that's a little bit different. Here I have Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, TMNT, based on the Half Shell Heroes. Now I'm not really sure what is Half Shell Heroes. I googled it a little bit and it seems that it is a video game. I'm not sure whether they have animated series based on it as well. But we all know Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for sure, right? TMNT. I was a big fan. I played some of the game during Super Nintendo or Sega era, even the Famicom era game, and yeah. I did not really watch the animated series. There's been several iterations, I think, and I think I did watch the movie, but that's a different story. Okay, we need to go to NECA figures for that. But here we have the half shell heroes. Okay, and this all of these are released by Playmates, by the way. Okay, well, this is pretty much a kids toy line. As you can see, it's 3+, supposed to be 3 years old figure line, toy line, you might say. Okay, the figure why I picked this line is because I've shared to you my love for this line. Okay, this is the Star Wars Galactic Heroes. Of course, this is not Playmates. This is by Play School or Hasbro. Okay, and I've shared to you some of my collection from this line. I can give you some of the link up here. And along the line, I also look for some other figure line that similar. Okay, I thought, oh, it'll be cool to have some other figure lines, and it turns out there are some. For example, this is the Marvel heroes, but of course this is also by Play School or Hasbro. Okay, this is the Iron Man. It's pretty much the same concept with the Galactic Heroes here. This is the Marvel Heroes. I think they have another one. It's the Power Rangers nowadays. Okay, and yeah, I've been looking around. Another example would be Imaginext by Fisher Price. I think they're somewhat related to Mattel. Okay, but okay, along the way I eventually find out several lines, and one of these is this line. Okay, this is Playmates TMNT Half Shell Heroes. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'll share to you one by one, starting with the one with the packaging first. I'll make sure to put a timestamp in this video, so look at the description down below if you just want to look at some of the figures, because the video might be a bit too long for you. That's alright. So yeah, today we're just gonna have fun and enjoy. Okay, we'll start with Leo here, Leonardo, but I call it Leo with glider wings. Okay, so the name of the line, the packaging style here is almost like the Galactic Heroes. It's open, so you can actually touch and feel the figures, see what's going on with this mechanism, carded. At the back we have information on what we have, some of the features, some of other figures in this line. And as usual, they normally have base, vehicles and stuff, so you can collect. Okay, different scene and stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have all of them, so I'll just share whatever that I have. Okay, so here at the back we have a bit of bio. I'm gonna move here and stay. If you want to pause and read, you can do it now. All right. Okay. So let's just open this up and see. So here's the Leo figures. Okay, let's see the face first. This is the blue, is that mask? Kind of face cover. His signature color, the eyes a bit off. I think that for the eyes they're using stickers, decals. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so he's wielding the two sword. Okay. The two sword is sturdy. It is rubbery, but it is sturdy. I like the mold on this area. Okay, it is pretty cartoony and pretty simple, but you know straight away that it's Leonardo. Okay. It also has big holes down there. Okay, I like the back as well at this area, a bit of mold details, but pretty simple, pretty solid. Okay, now the difference for this line with the Galactic Heroes line is that they don't provide articulation on the wrist. Okay, but the rest is pretty similar. For example, the two sitting legs here, because it also well, it's not a full, it's not like 90-degree sitting position, but it's still the same articulation nonetheless here. So you cannot move the leg separately, you will break it. Okay. The head is on a rotation, so you can rotate around, okay, 360, and the two arms is independent. Okay, you have the rotation and you have the hinge on both. So yeah, you have those hinge, okay, but you don't have the rotation on the palm, on the wrist. Okay, so all the goodness of the articulation is on the arm here. Okay, so both sides. All right. Paint wise, pretty simple, but sometimes it's sloppy. But hey, this is very cartoony, just like pretty much just like the I think the game maybe. All right. Anyway, that's Leo. It comes with this gimmick, which is the glider wings, okay, which pretty plasticky, as you can see here, nothing rubbery. This one can move up and down, okay, and the wings here can flap. You see this gear, you just need to kind of move it down, and it has some sort of spring action. Okay, so if you push it down, it will flap a little bit like that, up, and then let go and down like that. Okay. Well, since the two arms, the two palm is gripping something, so I guess it's not gonna grip anything on this. Okay, but let's just try to put this on him. So we have this kind of strap, which you can put on his body like this, and then I think you're supposed to kind of lock it, just like when you hold when you're riding a jet coaster, theme park rides, right, like that, and you're all set. I think, yeah, I think that's all. Interestingly, he has some sort of, is that side mirror? That's kind of interesting, because if that is side mirror, he cannot really look at it, as you can see here. If that really is that side mirror, or should I move it up a little bit? Should I try to move it up? I don't know. I don't think it's meant to be moved up. I think this is pretty much what we can do here. Okay, so yeah, I think so. And by the way, in the packaging, I take a look at it once again. In fact, they provide us with this sort of card here. I noticed that some part of the wing is supposed to be painted silver on this mechanics here. Okay, but it's all just, what is this? Oh, kind of brownish color. So yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe there's a bit of cost-cutting measure. I don't think we can move it up. So this is pretty much the extent of it. It does hold, by the way. So yeah, you can imagine Leonardo jumping from a place, and then you can flap the wings and do some action. Okay, whoosh, like that. Okay, so that's Leo with the glider wings. Next is Raph here, Raph with Minibike. So I think that's supposed to be Raphael. They shortened the name, I guess. Okay, anyway, stain style packaging, open, you can fill them. At the back, okay, a bit of feature explanation. Squeeze pipes to activate shuriken. Okay, I guess it means this. Okay, a bit of description. If you want to read, you can pause now. All right, let's just continue. Okay, a bit of other figures, and let's open this up. So here's Raph with the twin size. Okay, straight away you know this is him. Okay, with the red face cover, looks very fierce, angry. I like the face compared to Leo, which still smiling and grinning. This one is super fierce. Raph, okay, angry, and yeah. There's a bit of mark here. I'm not sure whether it's intentional. Kind of a thunder shape on the left chest here, but I'm not sure whether it's supposed to be there, honestly, or it's just paint drops. Okay, somewhat pretty similar. A bit darker color of skin here of green, so makes. So they pretty much make each turtle with their own personality, I think. Okay, yeah, pretty basic. Same style also. Pig holes. I like this. I like the turtle shell here. Looks cool. But what I don't like is, look at the side here. Do you know what's going on? You know, I'm not sure why. Is it because the 3 years old age? But this green thing is annoying, and I'll explain to you why. I have another Raph for comparison, but I'll explain later when we come to that figure. So look at the timestamp. There's another Raph that I'm gonna share, and this is, for me, it's not acceptable. But hey, you can always try to, you know, cut the green off, and yeah, it's quite rubbery, by the way. Okay, so, and it's not pointy that well for babies maybe, but I don't know, man. Yeah, aesthetically I don't like it. They should really just cut it off and make it less sharp. Then this probably will work. I don't know, I'm not really an expert in rules and stuff. Anyway, same sitting position. Okay, not 90-degree sitting position, but hey, that works. Both arms, and then you have the hinge. Okay, the hinge. Okay, both arms and hinge, and of course the full rotation on the head. Oops, quite tight. And he comes with this mini bike, let's say, with a gimmick. It's all plastic. The wheel rolls. Okay. And you have this I don't know, shuriken, they say. So to activate the shuriken, you need to squeeze these. Nothing much really. It does have a bit of shuriken, which does not being thrown or spring loaded or anything like that. Yeah, pretty basic and boring, I'll say. Sorry guys, but this is again 3+. So let's just try, and voila, very simple. Fortunately, his feet doesn't really step on it, and I'm not gonna force it. So yeah, here's Raph with the mini bike. This is Donatello, or well, they call it Donnie, with Luge. I'm not sure what Luge is. It's some sort of vehicle here. Opens there, you can feel and touch. Okay, press the wheel to activate claw. Okay, which wheel? Alright, so here's the gimmick. Okay, and then a bit of description here. You can pause now if you want to read through. Okay, so that's Donnie's packaging. Okay, let's open him up. We have Donnie here. I have to wash the figure a little bit because it's a bit dirty. Sorry guys. So it's a bit wet. Wearing this signature purple color and kind of a grinning face. Quite interesting. Quite scary eyes. Okay, I like the fact that the weapon is rubbery but still very thick. Okay, so yeah, still okay. And then still the same style. Again, they aside from the mask, well, is that mask? Face cover, but they also give them different skin tone to give more personality. and I think different color of shell as well, if I remember it correctly. Yeah, nah, it's the same. But skin tone and face expression, yep, see, this is Donnie is a bit more pale, whereas Raph is a bit more, yeah, the shell is different as well. This is darker. I like this one better, but yeah, this is kind of interesting to me. Right, still same style of articulation, of course. You have the sitting position, okay, not 90 degrees, okay, but yeah. Now the arm is a little bit interesting. It is independent, but sometimes when you move one, and it happens with some of the figures, I check as well. It happens sometimes. Maybe inside they kind of somewhat connected a little bit, maybe. Okay, so, but it doesn't mean that you cannot move it independently. You can. Okay, as for example, like this. Okay, so you can move it like that. Doesn't have wrist articulation, but you have the hinge. Okay, so you have the hinge quite okay, I guess. And yeah, so you can utilize the hinge to do all sort of stuff. Okay, full rotation, and the head is also full rotation. Okay, now I didn't mention it with Raph, but you know, starting with Leo, Raph, and this also, I realized that you know the additional gimmicks that they have here with the vehicles and stuff, it doesn't have the actual color with the one that you know being put in the packaging. So well, I'm not sure what happened. Maybe cost cutting measure. The mold is actually quite interesting. This one is okay. You know, this part here have metallic color, a bit of mold detail, but the wheels doesn't really roll. Okay, and it has the gimmick here. You push the wheel. Okay, so actually it's only here on the left. This one not really. Okay, and you can somewhat maybe use the claw on the enemy. Okay, and yeah, it's pretty plastic. I think he's supposed to sit here. Not really the best position ever, and in fact he's almost like sleeping. So yeah, but this is how it is. Okay, so with the Luge, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Okay, that's Donnie. Next we have Michelangelo, but they call him Mikey here. Mikey with Skateboard, still same open. This one had a bit more instruction at the front. Try me, squeeze pipes to activate wings. Oh, alright, so you have two independent set of wings. Right, cool, spring loaded. Spring action. Right, so squeeze pipe to activate wings, and several blah blah blah. Okay, here we have a bit of description. You can pause now if you want to read this description. Alright, so okay, let's just open this up and look for Mike. Here's Mikey, and straight away you know he's a clown of the group. You see how, you know, the big laugh from the face, the signature orange face cover. Then yeah, look at those eyes, still creepy. You can see the tongue there. Okay, so very cheeky, right? Then his nunchaku, is that how you pronounce that? Unfortunately, it is, you see this, the green mold there. Okay, I think that's, I mean, if you want to make it like that, probably that's supposed to be red, right, instead of green, because that's supposed to be part of the nunchaku, but nunchuck. Anyway, and this one is green. How do you justify that, right? This is supposed to be red, right? Same color. Anyway, frustrating. Hey, what do you expect? Alright, so yeah, also different skin color. Just they try to really give him the brightest, I think, yeah, the brightest skin tone here. Donatello is not bright, it's more like pale, but this one is very bright, just like the character. Whereas Raph is super dark, well, not super, it's darker than the rest. As you can see here at the, even the shells is also different. Okay, so yeah, oh well, anyway, yeah, so yeah, that's Mikey or Michelangelo. Okay, still same sitting position with the two legs which are connected. The arms are independent, and then you have the hinge on both arm. Okay, so you can utilize those both movement. The head is on a full rotation. Okay, so yeah, that's with Mikey here. I think he's my most favorite. This one, again, the color scheme is different than the packaging, like I mentioned earlier. Anyway, super plasticky. The wheel doesn't really roll. In fact, it's just molded plastic. This one not even chromy. This one is chromy, chromy metallic. This one is just plain gray, and you can squeeze, and then you have wings. Okay, yeah. So I think this is the coolest one among the four. And let's try to just put the feet into the pack. Okay, it's super. It fits, but it doesn't really lock it there. In fact, it's quite loose, but that's okay. Still works for me. Okay, and then yeah, you can do some action, and then you can spread the wings if you want to. Okay, like that. Oh, it actually holds, so not bad, right? It's actually not bad. Okay, so that's Mikey. Next we have the two packs, Dogpound and Fishface. Okay, looks ugly, open, you can feel. I just realized that the description is pretty much the same for all. Sorry about that, guys. Not really important then. Anyway, yeah, this is all the figures. And normally they give us the checklist down there. This booklet, so you can check the figures that you have. Anyway, let's open them up. So first here we have Dogpound. Okay, the name of the character is very interesting. Dog who can pound. Okay. Anyway, the mold is very interesting. Actually, this is so far it's probably even better than the turtles. Has grinning face and then big eyes. Okay, smiling, and then you see the mold. Okay, some mold here and the teeth. And okay, I have to wash it a little bit, so it's a bit wet. I'm sorry, guys. And then yeah, the left is for some pounding action, a face, and then the right is kind of open. I don't know whether you can grip anything. Yeah, look at the nails on the feet, and it's a big character. Oh, by the way, I like those molds. Okay, solid, pretty solid. Okay, so I'm not really familiar with this character, by the way. Okay, but I know that it seems to be quite a big character. So if you compare it side by side, even with the Donatello here, Donnie, it's quite big, right? So articulation, yep, you do have rotation here. I'm trying to do full rotation. Still the same sitting position. In fact, the sitting position is better, except because of the molded tails here. But I think the feeling the enemies doesn't normally come with the vehicle, so yeah, it's just mandatory articulation of the figure style. Okay. Right, the arm is still the same. Okay, you have full rotation, you have hinges, but sometimes the hinge is being placed in a very interesting characters. can imagine kind of a clothesline wrestling move here. This one has also the hinge there. So yeah, and interestingly, the left arm is bigger and more muscle than the right one here. You know, so again, I'm not familiar with this character, but so far, toy wise, he may be my one of my favorite. Okay, because of this punching action, pounding. Okay, next we have Fishface here. I'm also not really familiar with this character really, but I do like the mold here. You know, the scale. Is that scale? Okay, but anyway, they can actually do something like this, which is kind of interesting, and then all the way to the tails down here. Okay, so that's rather interesting. I think this is the first time we see something that a bit more intricate in this line so far. Yeah, so scary face, big eyes, look at the teeth. The left palm is kind of a gripping palm, not really gripping, like trying to grab and attack. The right palm seems that he tries to hold something, I'm not sure. Okay, this fish face is wearing some sort of device on the head which connects to some sort of backpack here, not really sure. Again, a bit more intricacy on the body here until to what do you call this? What do you call this in English? Anyway, fishtails? Not really fishtails. Yeah, anyway, sturdy, not rubbery. So yeah, I like the feet is also metallic, as you can see. It's metallic, robotic feet, while a fish doesn't have legs, right? So I guess that's what happened here, the concept. Okay, so I like the chrome color here, pretty nice. Okay, even in this, I don't know, belt perhaps. All right, so and yeah, as with the Dogpound, is quite a tall character as well, I assume. I mean, these monsters, right? Yeah, probably. Right, articulation, the head supposed to have articulation, as you see the gap there, but because of this molded, not sure what are those, no movement, right? Now the sitting position is still there. Okay, in fact, yeah, it moves up quite a lot, like that. Both arms have the same articulation still. You have full rotation with the hinge. Okay, the hinge is positioned very interestingly. Not sure, very interesting position. So yeah, but anyway, there are hinges. Okay, the one on the right here is a bit interesting. I'm not sure what happened. It doesn't really want to turn around fully, but you can utilize the hinge. So it's not really like 360 rotation, but I think that's good enough. I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't want to break it, so yeah. Okay, but you can still use the hinge, and I'm not sure what position is this, kind of swimming position maybe. Okay, anyway, but so far mold wise and even this metallic legs is really cool compared to the turtle. Sorry, I have to say that. Okay, so let's just continue. Here we have Kraang and Leatherhead. The Leatherhead is a bit dirty. I tried to wash it a little bit. Okay, still same style. Okay, open. And the back, yeah, pretty much the same. You can look, what's in this line. Okay, and yep, and this is Kraang here. Alright, of course this is the robot body. The actual Kraang is this sort of creature or alien with the face. So he normally rides on or equip one of these body robots. And this is not the traditional robotic body that I know of Kraang. I think normally the more iconic one is the big one I'm not sure with this. Okay, I'm not really familiar with this one, but yeah, it's quite thin for my taste. I think I like that bigger body robot. Anyway, this is the half shelf heroes version. So I like the mold on the on the head there. Yeah, it looks cute actually, and yeah, but this robotic body doesn't really look scary, or in fact, it looks kind of funny. Okay, so the head, a bit more details, a bit red. Okay, he's wielding some sort of, I'm not sure, green liquid. What is this? I'm not sure. On the right, nothing. And yeah, the leg is kind of skinny and it's a bit rubbery, but yeah, there's a bit of details here and there, as you can see. Well, okay, so yeah, so robotic here and there, cool, I guess. Okay, still same sitting position. Okay, in fact, it's good sitting position. The head is full rotation, has full rotation, and then the arms, of course, normally you have rotation, and then you still have the hinge. Okay, all right, so you still have the hinge, full rotation. Okay, now the reason why I say this rather small is, look at this. This is Donnie, and yeah, doesn't look scary, and in fact it looks very small, because the Kraang that I know is much bigger, scarier, than this. But yeah, anyway, Leatherhead with the same is part of 2-pack with Kraang. Is a more menacing, scarier creature. I think it's based on crocodile. Okay, I'm not really an expert. What's the difference? Crocodile, alligator? I'm not really an expert, really, guys. But mold-wise, it's not bad. Okay, I kind of like it. A lot of intricacy in the skins, especially at the back. Okay, so goes up to the tails and even this side. So yeah, this is probably one of my favorite as well, just because of the intricacy. Okay, aside from Dogpound, okay, seems to be quite a big character as well, because compared to Donnie here, it's a bit bigger face. Right, yeah. So yeah, look at the face. This one so far is quite neat. All the skin, the mold on the skin. So they can actually do this stuff. That's interesting. Look at that. Yep, I like it so far. Okay, compared to Kraang, even Kraang is small, thinner, I'd say. Anyway, same sitting position. Of course, you're not gonna do that because of the tail here. It's pretty solid. The head still can rotate. It's just a different direction. Okay, right. Yeah, look at those teeth. Fortunately, we cannot open it up, but yeah, so far it's very neat. And the arm is still the same. You have full rotation, you have the wrist, and you have the hinge. So you have the hinge. Okay, you have the hinge, or he can cover his eyes like this. That's interesting. No, don't hit me, something like that. All right, that's rather interesting. But yeah, you still have a motion, those motion. Unfortunately, we don't have rotation on the palm. But yeah, look at those nails even. All right, so that's Leatherhead. Here we have Shredder and Foot Soldier. Okay, I think we need more Foot Soldier. Okay, this makes for good army building. Alright, still open style. Okay, yeah, Shredder and Foot Soldier, nothing much. And we see the other figures at the back. Okay. I have several that I'm gonna share from this as well. I have this, and yeah, I've showed you this one. Yeah, so okay, let's just continue. So we have Shredder here, okay, what is TMNT without the Arch Nemesis, right? Still the same style, not really as intricate as the monsters that we saw just now. Anyway, yeah, a bit of, his body armor here is a bit interesting. The face is rather interesting as well. As you can see, this part is a bit kind of, reddish, pinkish, purplish, whereas this one is normal. So I think this is some sort of battle marks or something. Okay, I think it's intentional, and he has some sort of cape which is actually connected to the head. So yeah, that's the back. Okay, nothing special really, but it's pretty much the character that we need to have. I mean, without him, right? This the main enemy. But other than that, not really interesting characters. I mean, toy-wise here. He's wearing some sort of, I think, kind of a claw. Okay, on both sides. So yeah. Of course, because of the position of the arm is fixed. So that's pretty much it. Okay, not really. I feel that the Shredder is not really special, and yeah, about the same height. Okay. Anyway, so the head, it does have articulation, as you can see, but it is hindered because of the cape here, as you can see here, right? So yeah, the sitting position is the same, and in fact I'm not sure why all the mold, all the villain, all the enemies up to now, they have better sitting position so far. Okay, the arm is the same. You have full rotation on both, and you have the hinge. Okay, so fortunately those are the only pose that we have with this Shredder. Okay, you can do something like this. Maybe that's the one pose that we can do. Okay, claw action. Yep. Okay, so I would say not really interesting compared to the other monsters. Okay, and of course we need the foot ninja or the foot soldier. Okay, yeah, this is pretty much the army of Shredder, and in fact I like this compared to Shredder is himself. Pretty basic, wielding one sword, one blade on one on the right. The left is empty, but look at those kind of interesting, I don't know, googles. Does that impact the vision? I'm not sure. Pretty solid, just black. Okay, ninja foot. Okay, I mean, yeah, at the back, nothing much. A bit of details on the gloves here, but yeah, pretty much a solid foot ninja. And yep, size-wise, a bit taller than the turtles. Right, the head is on a, okay, it has rotation, but somehow it's a bit hindered. Okay, yes, you can. All right. This is very interesting part, isn't it? The arm has rotation and with the hinge as well, as usual. As you can see, the hinge. The body part is a bit rubbery compared to the rest, by the way. You see the hinge there. Okay, and still the same sitting position. Again, still better than the turtle. That's interesting. Okay, and actually I like this foot ninja compared to Shredder. That's my honest take for this, guys. Okay, as you can see, and that is why I put Shredder, and that is why I have more of them here. I think we need more of them really to I mean, you cannot have just one foot ninja, right? You probably more than one. You need more than one to make up for Shredder's army. You know, aside from the other monster that I've already shared. So yeah, pretty much necessary, just like the Stormtrooper in Star Wars, and we really need these ninjas. Next, I have Metalhead with Casey Jones here. They are part of the two packs together. I'll cover Metalhead first. Okay, yeah, it's pretty much okay. I'm not really familiar with this, but I know that it's a cyborg or robot which is designed and created to fight the ninja. I'm not sure if it's good guy or bad guy, or bad then turns good. I'm not really sure, guys. I'm sorry about that. The eyes is pretty basic. Okay, just blue light like that. All across is gray. It's not really metallic, okay, unfortunately. Everything is gray, even the shell here, okay, is gray, and pretty basic with yellow all across the body. Okay, the right palm is open. Okay, kind of a palm action, kung fu action maybe, and the left is kind of supposed to be grabbing something. If you have things you can put there. Okay, yeah, not really sure. Right, okay, well, I think it's supposed to be slightly bigger, but because of the pose maybe. And then, okay, anyway, articulation, the head is, okay, it's supposed to have full rotation, but because of the molded here, the mold here, it hinders articulation. You have the full rotation as usual on the arm as well, but seems hindered by this mold as well. Let me try if I move the, yep, so you need to utilize the hinge sometimes to get the full extent of the articulation. So again, it's full rotation. On this side you see the hinge as well. Okay, still working. So you combine the two, okay, the hinge and then the rotation. Okay, all right, so that's Metalhead with of course the sitting position, by the way, almost forgot. I like the legs, by the way. It's a bit more detail here. Yep, again, better sitting position. I don't know why. But that's Metalhead. And we have Casey Jones here. Okay, I think the Casey Jones I know normally wear masks, so that's probably his mask, which is kind of interesting. Okay, yeah, okay, a bit of marks here and there, but the eyes is very visible. Okay, he's pretty much all black, not really special. A bit of details on the boots. Okay, and then yeah, kind of a vigilante style. A bit of straps. Okay, but the weapon is really cool, right? This hockey stick. Okay, yeah, it's rubbery, but very thick and solid. Okay, so yeah, sorry, it's a bit dirty. I have to wash it a little bit. Anyway, the left arm here is a bit positioned awkwardly. Anyway, but the hinge is still there. We'll look at the head first here. It does have articulation, but because of the molded hair, it hinders the full articulation. The left arm here still have full rotation, but you need to combine with the hinge if you want to have kind of full rotation. It is somewhat hindered, but you can utilize the hinge as well. And the one with the hockey stick here is, yeah, you have full rotation, but you need to utilize the hinge as well. So yeah, that's rather interesting. Okay, and of course the sitting position. Now the sitting position is also interesting. It's also better than the turtles. as you can see. Anyway, so compared to the turtle bodies, about the same. About the same height. So yeah, that's Casey Jones. Next we have the 2-pack Splinters and April. I also don't have the packaging for this. I'll continue with April first. Okay. Well, this is not the April that I know, considering the hair. Okay, kind of orangish hair. But yeah, smiley face and the eyes looks fierce. Okay, that's interesting. A bit dirty, sorry guys. But still, yeah, yellow color, kind of her signature color. Okay, pretty basic. A bit of wrinkles on the clothing, and that's all. I'm not sure what's going on with the. I think she's wearing kind of a short pants and then with the leggings. Okay. And she's wielding this fan, I guess. Is this fan? Anyway, I'm not sure what happened in the game. The left palm is kind of gripping something, maybe. Anyway, so yeah, this is April. We side by side with Donnie here. Okay. Still the same. Yeah, full rotation. The neck is quite long, by the way. On the both arm you have rotation supposedly, but yeah, I'm not sure why it is somehow stuck and a little bit hard to move. But if you combine with the hinge, then yeah, it works. Okay, so you basically have two movement as usual. You have the arm and the hinge, and the sitting position. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why. It's a bit interesting, this arm. Okay, and very awkward, to be honest. Master Splinter, the right palm is doing some sort of martial arts action, palm punch or something. Really cool, like whoosh, like that. The left is, yeah, just gripping. The face is interesting. Yeah, that's pretty much Master Splinter, right? Mouse. Okay, the eyes looks fierce. Okay, not much detail though. Oh, okay, that's his tail. Unfortunately, they don't paint it. I wish they would paint it like maybe like this skin tone. Yeah, pretty basic. But the legs, sorry, the feet, and again it's pretty basic. But the arm is cool. It's like, being wrapped all around on both sides. So pretty much basic, but really much needed as well. Okay. Side by side with the fellow disciples. Okay, so articulation, the head is on rotation. Fortunately, no movement on the legs because of the way they mold this. Unfortunately, the arm is as usual rotation, and then the hinge does have hinges. Okay, and rotation, and the hinge as well. Okay, but normally I just put it to the front like that, kind of a martial arts pose. Yeah, so solid, but can be improved because it's almost too plain for my taste. So next there are Bebop and Rocksteady here. These guys are actually in one pack. Okay, it's a 2-pack, carded. Anyway, we'll go to Bebop first. Okay, this is the rendition of Bebop. Actually, the mold on the head is quite okay, interesting. Looks futuristic with the visor, purple, and the hairs. Okay, The rest is just black, a bit of linings here and there, purple linings in this area, and at the back he actually wears some sort of, not sure, jetpack, but it is silver chromey. Yeah, so that's kind of interesting. It's not really tall. Okay, so for example, if you compare with a Donnie here, well, still taller, but yeah, okay. But the rest is just black, and he doesn't wear anything. I mean, not wielding anything. No weapon whatsoever. Okay, articulation. The head is on a rotation here. It has sitting position as usual. Okay, standard. And both arms have rotation with the hinge. Okay. So you can see the hinge. This guy is pretty normal. Okay, the position of the articulation is pretty normal, like what we normally have. Yep, so that's Bebop. Now the Rocksteady that we have here is a bit different than what I think of Rocksteady as usual. Okay, I think normally they would wear sneakers or something like that, but this one, nope. You see the toe down there. Okay, and I don't know. I don't really like this rendition of the character, but you know straight away that's Rocksteady, right? Mold on the head is okay. You see there's some teeth there, quite neat. Okay, the big eyes and nose. Okay, so solid. A bit. Well, this is not chromey. Just yeah, you see a bit of the back here. The pants is kind of interesting. Stars here. I'm not sure what it is. A bit of details on the wrist. I'm not sure what it is. Here as well. Oh, that's sort of an axe, isn't it? This one is like a, what do you call this? Anyway, he's wielding this gold or chromey copper hammer here, and that's interesting since you know Bebop doesn't wield anything, but he does wield it, and then he has also kind of chromey shoulder pads with a bit of mold details. Okay, so articulation standard. You have rotation on the head. Okay. You have sitting position. Good. And then you have rotation on both arms as usual, plus the hinge. Okay, so that's the hinge. That's the hinge. Okay, that's the hinge on the left. Where is it? Sorry, that's on the right. Okay, right there. Sometimes the position is a bit weird. Okay, so yeah, standard, but I don't know. I don't really like this rendition of Rocksteady. Bebop is still okay, I guess, in a way, but this one not really. Yep. Next, I have Tiger Claw here. It's supposed to be 2-pack, I think, with the character called Neutralizer, but this is the only one that I have here. Okay, as the name suggests, it's a tiger claw. Okay. Height wise, I think most of the enemies are tall characters. Okay, so there's a bit of cool details in his chest here, kind of metal paint there, and then you see the stripes on the face, actually the details on the mouth. You see the fangs there and the teeth. Yeah, that's a bit interesting. The eyes is probably a bit off on the left compared to the right. Yeah. And then at the back, he has, this is interesting as well, some sort of backpack or something. Yep. Anyway, yeah, not wearing any boots, any shoes, see the toe, and not wielding any weapon or stuff. Okay, so yeah, head is on rotation. The arm as usual, Yeah, rotation. This one is the normal placement. So you have the hinge. Okay. Oh, by the way, I like this white and then with a bit of molded details there. I just see it. I just saw it. Yeah, this one not so much, but I like the shade, the white shade. And then yeah, same on the left and sitting position. Okay, right. So that's Tiger Claw. Next, I have this T-Rex. This is the small T-Rex. I think they released the bigger dinosaur. So there are some packs that comes with dinosaurs. Not sure what's going on. This one came with a 2-pack with this Donnie, Donatello. Okay, so they also released several versions of the turtles according to the theme. So this one is the kind of look at his weapon here. Okay, kind of prehistoric theme of character, even with the clothing. But they also released this guys with I think that's the 8-pack with the dinosaur and the complete turtles. Okay, anyway, okay, let's just continue with this T-Rex first. This T-Rex is actually not bad. It's very interesting, right? Quite solid. It has a bit more articulation. By the way, the details on the teeth is okay. Oh, there's a big hole inside, and quite cute, right? But small. Okay, compared to the turtle. Okay. A bit of articulation. The head is on it has rotation, and then the what do you call this? Hands. Arms. Let's just say arms. Okay. It cannot move independently, unfortunately. You have to move both of them together. I tried to move just one. Nope, it's stuck. Okay, so it moves a little bit, and of course the 2 legs here does move. Okay, and it has a bit more on the tails. Okay. I'm not sure whether you see it on camera, but there are actually small details all across, except aside from the teeth and the purples. And then here, there's yellow parts here. There are small details that is molded all across the body. Okay, so that's the T-Rex. And then let's go back to Donnie again. So just to make a comparison, this is kind of the modern one, and then this is the Dino theme one. Okay, almost similar, but you see the shin guard is different, right? Sorry, the knee guard. The knee guard is different. The weapon is different, right? It's kind of rubbery, solid. Yeah, so you see the armor is a bit different. The face is somewhat similar. Okay, and the back here is also different. A little bit more added details there. So yeah, kind of tribal look here. Articulation is still the same. You have rotation, but somehow it is stuck. I don't know. Oh. Yes. All right. With a bit of power, you can do that. You see this? It's interesting, right? But you can actually move them independently. Okay. It has hinges as usual. Same here on the left, and of course the sitting position. Sitting position on this Dino theme is a bit better compared to the normal one. So yep, so here's the Dino theme Donatello or Donnie. So aside from Donnie, I also have the Dino theme Raph and the Dino theme Leo here. Fortunately, I don't have Mikey. Mikey is the most hilarious one because he came with kind of a lion hair or something like that. I don't have that one. And as I mentioned, this normally comes in a 2-pack with the Dino, or in the 1/8 pack. So we're complete with all the turtles and plus 4 dinos. Okay, so let's just have a look at this. This Leo. So maybe to give you a bit comparison with the modern Leo here, you see the face is a bit creepy on this one. This one is okay, looks cute, but the armor is different. Okay, the knee guard is different. That one is interesting actually. It seems like he's wearing kind of a yellow pants on this more prehistoric one, the dino theme one. And another differences is on the sword here. You see the sword here, okay, kind of primitive compared to this refined steel or refined metal. Okay, right, and at the back, of course, okay, a bit more. I'm not sure this decoration. Okay, the elbow guard is also different. Okay, so that's turtle theme. It's actually not bad, this one. It's just that the face is a bit too creepy. This one just plain. Okay, so yeah, right, just to give you an idea. Articulation is standard. The head is on a it has rotation. The arm is usual. Okay, and then you have the hinge for each arms. Okay, so yeah, and sitting position. Okay. All right, now this is what I want to show you with Raph. Okay, I'll do comparison side by side first. Again, face wise, this one is better. Still look fierce, but this one looks creepy, right? The armor is different. It has a bit of, I don't know, probably it's kind of animal cloth, animal fur or something. Okay, well, it's the theme, and the knee guard is different as well, and it doesn't wear any elbow pad or something. Okay, but skin tone is similar. They keep it that way. You know what is my complaint? My complaint is the sigh here. So if they can actually do this, right? Although it's a bit primitive, right? So why they cannot do it with this one? So what is this green stuffs here? This is what I want to show you. Okay. Well, color wise is better. It's chromy, but you know, if they can do this without the added green stuffs here, why not just do it? Right? So that's a bit of my frustration. Anyway, but face wise, I still like this better. Okay, yeah, let's just focus on this Dino theme Raph. A bit different on the back here, a bit more, you know, kind of armor covering. I think that's good, they pay attention. Bit of molded details there, but yeah, the rest is, well, anyway. Okay, so the head is it has rotation. Well, you can move it independently as well, rotation, and with the hinge, and of course sitting position. Now I don't have, like I said, I don't have the Dino theme Mikey, but the one that I do have here is the one that is called Dojo Mikey. So there's also another theme for the turtles, which is the Dojo theme. I thought that, you know, it looks similar. It has a bit of an armor. Okay, but now that I look at it, it's actually a different theme, right? This one is kind of tribal looks, but anyways, this one is kind of still modern era, just different scene, right? Kind of dojo theme with a, I don't know, kind of practice armor, okay, covering his body. But still, the face looks creepy, but with the cheeky green face. Still likes this better. The nunchucks is only on the right here. But the paint, look at that. The paint is so much better. They painted it correctly this time. So what happened? What happened with this one? Okay, well, the extra piece of plastic is still painted green, but at least the bottom one here, they painted correctly. So what happened, Playmates? I don't know. Right. But everything else is the same theme because it's the modern theme still. Just a little bit of added outer armor on the shell here. Okay. And the rest is pretty much almost similar. Okay. So let's just see again. I like the details on the nunchucks here, but yeah, only one. And well, the head has rotation standard. The two arms have rotation with the hinge. Okay, and of course the sitting position. Okay, he also wears some sort of pants here. Right. Anyway. Okay. So, yep. All right. So just to wrap up this, all that this half shell heroes that I have at the moment. Well, for now I don't have any plans to look for another figures. My initial aim was very simple. I would love to have the 4 modern style TMNT, the turtles, of course, and maybe some of the enemies plus several ninjas. Okay, which I think is pretty much needed. You need the army of the Foot clan, right? Shredder and yeah, but some of the enemy here, which is Dogpound and Leatherhead, is quite good in my opinion, even better compared to Bebop and Rocksteady, which is the more kind of traditional must-have villain for the line for the franchise normally. Okay, but the rest is pretty much additional, like nice to have. Okay, yeah. So my most favorite probably would be either Leo or I think plus the skateboard, then probably is Mikey for the turtle. But for the villain, I like the Foot Ninja Clan, by the way. I like Leatherhead and I like Dogpound. Okay, pretty solid. Alright, so yeah, again I mentioned to you that I pretty much collect this because I want them to complement my Galactic heroes or my Marvel heroes. So maybe just a bit of comparison here side by side. As you can see, not only that the design and articulation is somewhat similar, but the sizing is also quite similar. So they kind of cross over between lines to you can play them together. Okay, if you intend to. So yep, here it is. All of my Nickelodeon Turtle Mutant Ninja Turtles half shell heroes collection. Okay, so thanks guys for watching until the end. If you like this video, please like, subscribe and share, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell for more video updates. Ciao.